In this class, we are going to discuss about the choices of the president over the bills and veto powers. Okay, this class is very interesting and it is very enjoyable class because it is very easy to kept in our mind. Okay, that's why. So directly come to the topic. As usual, I need to give us some background to this because to understand well or to keep in our mind permanently or for a long time, we need to understand the background. Okay, that becomes a base for this class. That's why. So what is the background then? See, we have three organs in the government. Okay, what are those organs? I am in the very first class. I introduced those organs and explained those organs. I am just giving a glimpse over these organs for it, because it is essential now for this video. Okay, there are three organs: legislative, and executive, and judiciary. Okay, what executive and judiciary do, they had some function before to this. What legislative do, it frames the laws. Okay, why? What is the necessity of the law? Because to function these two organs. Okay, because for these to exist, because to of take functions or take any actions, by the actions taken by these two organs, that is the executive and judiciary, there must be legislative back for those actions. Means they have a some what hold, means some what we can say, means for every actions, whatever the judiciary, whatever the executive takes, it need to take on the base of law. For example, if the judiciary to judiciary to pass any verdict or to give any judgment, it need to have a base, it need to have a content from the laws. For example, IPC, we know IPC, it is now replaced by Bharati Nyaya Samhita bill. Whatever it has now, the judiciary uses that IPC code. What is IPC? That is law which is passed by the legislature. Okay, this is the necessity of the law. Means the law is very essential for other two organs to function. Constitution itself is a law, one of the law. Okay, why? What is the necessity of law? On the basis of the constitution, they all the organs, including legislature, take the actions, do the function, do the duties. That's why. So, what I am trying to say is the bill which is framed by the legislature becomes act or a law. Okay, only if that passes two conditions. Only that passes two conditions. Means any bill to become act, what you know very well now, what is the necessity of law. Okay, because to function, because to other organs to function. Okay, so who frames the bill now? The legislative organ. Okay, this organ makes the bill or prepares the bill, and that becomes act. Okay, that need to have a, that need to pass two tests. What are the two tests? One is that bill need to pass it by the parliament. What is parliament then? We know parliament is a legislative organ. Okay, what parliament consists? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, these two houses need to pass the bill. Okay, now assume the bill is passed now. Both the houses passed the bill now. Then what is the second? First test is gone. Okay, what is the second test? That bill, after passed by the legislature, means Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, take the assent of the president, take the approval of the president. Then only the bill becomes act. The bill becomes act. Only if that passes two tests, two things, then only bill becomes act. Okay, so from this we can understand president as one of the major role. because even if the bill passed by the houses, it becomes act only if that get the assent of the president. That's why president has a major role, one of the major role. Okay, so then what president do, that we need to see. This is the background. Okay, any bill to become act, it need to pass two tests. One is passage by the parliament. Another one is the presidential assent. So now let's assume the bill is passed by the house. Bill is passed by the parliament, that is both the house, both house both house passed by the parliament. After both house passed the bill, then directly the bill go to the president. Now the bill is before the president. So what choices? But okay. Now the bill is before the president, means bill is bill is with the president. When the bill reaches to the president, constitution given some choices to the president. What are those choices? Constitution, I am saying constitution gives the choices to the president over the bills. He can take those choices when bill comes to him. What are those choices? This is the content, actual content of the class. What are those choices? He can give assent. Just he can give assent. He can give assent. Okay. Then after bill taking the assent, that becomes act. That's all. Then he can also withhold the assent. Means he says, I am not going to give the assent to this bill. He can also withhold assent to the bill. So bill is stopped now. Stopped. The bill not becomes the act now, because what are the two tests? One of the test is presidential assent, but here president is withholding. Bill stop. Okay, one of the assent. Okay, bill is stopped now, and he can. And another choice is he can return the bill for the reconsideration. What it means? When the bill comes now bill is with the president. Yes or no? Okay, bill is with the president. President can return the bill. Can return the When president returns the bill, that bill goes to the parliament. That bill goes to the parliament. Again, the parliament need to repass that bill with a majority. Okay, whatever the thing taken in the first time, the same thing the parliament need to take. Means that need to pass the bill again with a majority. After repassage by the after repassage, then again the bill goes to the president. Okay, here the president now has only one choice, that is he must give assent. He must need to give assent to the bill. He not have any withholding choice. When he has lost that withholding assent, when the president return the bill, after return parliament pass the bill again, then president has only choice, that is giving the assent. Okay, this needs to be clear in your mind. Okay, these are the three things or three choices given by the constitution to president. And one more thing here, it is not mentioned in the constitution. Okay, but president can exercise. What is that? There is one choice, it is not mentioned in the constitution, but our president are already exercised in the past time, are and president current presidents can also, means future president can also exercise. Okay. What is that choice? I am mentioning it is not mentioned in the constitution, but president can exercise. What is that mean? What is that choice is? He cannot take any actions. He cannot giving the assent. He cannot withholding the assent. He cannot return the assent. He cannot take the actions. He cannot. That is the choice. Okay. He cannot take the any action. Any action. The bill is completely remains with the president. That's all. He cannot takes cannot takes any action. Why this is so? Was this violation of the constitution? Because it is not mentioned in the constitution. Was that mean, or is that mean violates the constitution? No. Why? See, in USA, same thing happens. In USA, when the bill goes to the president, there also president, there also presidential assent is mandatory for a bill to become act. When this bill go to the president need to take actions. He also has same choices like this. We told like this. Okay. President need to take action within 10 days. Within 10 days. But in the Indian constitution, time limit is not mentioned. That's why president, without taking any action, he sit over the bills for an indefinite time. This is why. Was it violates the constitution? Is this violates the constitution? No, because constitution not mentioned the time limit. Yes or no? This is a choice, one choice. Okay. It is already exercised in the past time. So these are all the choices president has. Okay. Mainly three choices, and another one is the disguised choice. I would say. Okay. So two things we need to see. After that, we go to the veto powers. Okay. That is money bill. When the bill is money bill, later class we discuss about it. Later in our coming classes, we discuss. We are going to discuss the money bill. For just we understand, we need to know what is. We need to know the money bill. Okay. When the bill goes to the president, if the bill is a money bill, that bill now is passed by the parliament. The bill goes to the president now. What is the choice president has? Only one and two. That is, he can give assent, without assent. He cannot return the bill. Why this is so? Means money bill president cannot have a choice to return the bill. He has only two choices, that is giving assent or withholding the assent. Why this is so? Because any money bill introduced in the house only after taking the permission of the president. After taking permission of the president, these money bills are introduced in the house. That's why. So this is no return. It is very clear. It should be very clear in your mind, because these questions can be asked in the examination. Okay. And another one is constitutional amendment bill. Okay. What is constitutional amendment? For example, GST means whatever the bill, if the bill brought the amendment to the constitution, they are called constitutional amendment bill. What happens if this bill goes to the president? If this bill goes to the presidential assent, president has no choice at all. He has only one choice, that is giving assent. Okay, that is the only choice. He cannot withhold, he cannot return, he cannot sit over the bills for indefinite time. He cannot have choice. On what bills? That is constitutional amendment bill. Okay, he has no choice. There is another one thing that we come later to this point after completing the veto. Okay, so I hope this is very clear. That is the choices of the president over the bills. And one more thing, the last point on the choices, that is, the president exercises all these choices on the recommendation of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. Okay, because all these choices, why this is so? Because in the last class we are discussing about the powers of the president, where we very neatly discussed that India's parliamentary system. In the parliamentary system, president is just a nominal head, Actual powers as exercised by the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. Means they recommend the president to take actions. Uh, Means if this group advise the president to give assent, president gives the assent. If not to give assent, if that advises not to give assent, he not give the assent. If that advises to return the bill, president then returns the bill. If advises to sit over the bills for an indefinite time, president do the same. Means all these actions taken by the president on the recommendation of the council of ministers or a prime minister. This is what we need to know about the presidential choices over the bills. Let's come to the veto. It is very easy now. Okay. See, this is the second point we need to see. Okay, second point. What is the second point? When the bill comes to the president, comes before the president, he can withhold assent. What it means? He stop the bill. He stop the bill from becoming the act. He completely stopped when the bill. When president took the choice of withholding the bill or not giving the bill, the bill is stopped now. Okay, this is the power of the president that stops the bill, called absolute veto. Absolute veto. What is absolute veto? What it means if the president exercises the absolute veto, that is withholding, completely withholding the assent. What withholding means? The bill never becomes act, or bill not becomes the act, because it need to pass what two tests, that is assent. Assent is very essential, but the same assent is not given here by the president. What it means? It is the stop. Okay, it is the stoppage of the bill. Okay, that is absolute veto we call. Okay, this is the absolute veto. I hope it is clear. Absolute veto. Then here we understand what is the return process. Okay, the president here returns the bill, and the parliament, if passes again that bill, and the president has to give assent. Okay, here here also president stop the bill for some time, for temporary period. Yes or no? He can delay in this by exercising this option. President is just delayed. Yes or no? Just delayed the bill to become an act. Just delayed for a temporary suspension like that. Yes or no? So this type of veto called suspensive veto. Suspensive veto. Why this is suspensive veto? This veto is override by the parliament. How parliament overrides here? Because when parliament repass the bill, president has any other choice after the passage? No choice. That is only choice, that is giving the assent. That's why it is suspensive veto. Very suspensive. It is not like absolute veto. Why this is suspensive veto? Parliament can override this veto by repassing the bill. Okay. After repassing, president has no choice at all. He cannot have any veto. That's all. That's why it is suspensive veto. Then another veto comes here. What is that? We see here president, that is time limit is not mentioned. It is mentioned in the US Constitution. He cannot take any actions. He cannot give assent. He cannot withhold the assent. He cannot return the assent. So this is also one type of veto. This is because he is stopping the bill. Veto means stop or forbid or not giving or not approving. Veto. What is the meaning of veto? Not approving. I forbid. This is the meaning. Means stopping the bill. Okay. Here also he is stopping without taking any actions. So this veto called packet veto. Yes or no? These are the three vetoes exercised by the exercised by the President of India, are provided by the Constitution of India to the President. Okay, there are three veto: absolute veto, suspensive veto, and packet veto. Which is more stronger? Which are more stronger? That is absolute veto and packet veto. Okay, then let's come to the last point, that is all vetoes becomes zero. What it means? When the when the constitutional amendment bill comes to the president, what is the choice he has? No choice. He must give assent. Is that mean he is there any veto he has? Absolute veto, substantive veto, any veto he has? No vetoes. Why? Because he has no choice at all. Because he has no choice but to give assent. Only one choice, that is giving the assent. Yes, sir. He has no packet veto, that is cannot sit over the bills, and suspensive, he cannot return the bill, and that is constitutional, particularly constitutional amendment bill. Okay, he cannot without the assent, that is absolute veto. No veto given, no veto possessed by the President of India over the constitutional amendment bill. So this is what about the veto powers and choices of the president over the bills. I hope it is clear to you, and thank you for watching.